Okay, so hopefully that's better. Thanks for that. Good thing I checked the comments. So let me start again. So if you've just joined, if you're watching this as a replay, sorry you've had to just watch me babble on for no reason. Let me know if you can hear me now. Cool, great, yeah. So trying to remember what I said now. So basically, today what I wanted to cover was topics on what are the successful clients that I've worked with, what are they actually doing, what's actually helping them, what's made the biggest difference in terms of getting them results. And it's always good to learn from other people that are a lot further ahead from you, which is the same with me with my own business. My own mentor right now, he's doing he's actually at 1 million a month, which is crazy. But they're so far ahead. Sometimes you need to actually understand, like, get certain things that they're doing at that scale obviously are not relevant to me now, but they've left loads of breadcrumbs, if you want to call it that, for you to follow so that you can actually see it. I'm sure you've seen that phrase before where it says success leaves clues, which is very, very true. And you can see a lot of things that they've done. So today's first show, let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Give me some hearts, likes, whichever. It bumps the algorithm so more people can see this, because I think today's one is going to be a really helpful one, really valuable one in my view, because mindset and understanding yourself can be a bit woo-woo, if you want to call it. Some people think that, but I'm pretty sure all you guys, especially in the martial arts niche, know how important it is. You do it all the time anyway, so I know you'll find this valuable. So cool. So 5 traits. Let's start with the first one, and I kind of already touched upon this, but I'm going to give you some more insights as to what it is. Mindset. So I've kind of already mentioned it, but this is really, really important. You need to approach this in certain different ways. When you're thinking constantly in, like, okay, I want to get leads, and stuff. It's I find that mindset is that if you're constantly in the rut, constantly just doing business, in business stuff, where you're not taking a step back and thinking, okay, taking time to think, which is one of the biggest things that I wanted to share with you, which has helped me massively, especially within the last year. I started meditating. Well, I've been meditating for about 2 years, and I never took it seriously, to be honest. I just thought, well, I can't sit there in silence, so I started doing guided meditations. That worked better for me. But this is what one of my mentors said: look, you need to understand that meditating helps you massively. So let me know in the comments, in the chat, do you meditate? It'd be good to know if you do or not, what your experience is. If you don't, why not? You should do, because it's important to prioritize your mindset. That's the main key point that I'm trying to get to. You need to set time every day so that you can think, basically. Even just lock yourself in a room where there's no internet or something. I do this. I know it sounds crazy, but I literally every morning I do meditate, and then I take all my thoughts out as to what it is. And the way that I found, this is what I know my clients are also doing. This is why I want to share this. Is writing down three of your top things to get done on that day. The thing is, to-do lists are great, don't get me wrong, but they can get massive. Everyone writes massive amounts of to-do lists, and then they just start crossing off the ones at the bottom, which are the easiest ones to do. I'm sure you've done that. I've done that. But when you can, like, prioritize, okay, this is my list. What are my top 3 that are actually going to move the needle for your business, for your school, and just concentrate on them top 3, that alone has completely changed the way my business works and what I get around to. So I don't know if you guys do this in this particular way, but it's a big one that I wanted to share, that it will help you massively if you can even just pick one out of it, because once you achieve that, you've hit your main goal for that day. What is actually going to help you? So in terms of leads, everyone thinks about leads and stuff. Yes, you should be having consistent leads coming into your business, but you need to also take a step back and go, okay, what action can I be taking to get that particular result, if that makes sense? So hopefully that does. But that's the number one which I wanted to share, is understanding your mindset, understanding where you are. It's very easy that sometimes shit happens in business. It's normal. Business is never a linear line. It's always up and down. as I'm sure you've aware. But it's when you have your mindset right, when the crap things happen, if you want to call it that, you're prepared for it because you've kind of thought about it already when you're calm and stuff. Because when you're erratic and when it actually happens, you actually end up doing the wrong things and it makes it worse. So big one I wanted to share. I mean, this is not in any particular order, like but this is probably one of the biggest ones, I would say. I mean, these are all really, really important. So next one, setting big goals. I find that this is a really important one with that. I've noticed most of these guys who are opening second, third locations got 500 plus members. The ones that are 1,000 plus, they have big goals. Now the thing is, I've spoke to a lot of people in general. There's some that I've even spoke to in Messenger yesterday as well, where it was like, hey, what's your goal? And their goal was, it was just 20 more members. That's not far enough. Yes, the way I look at it is like, for me, 2 years ago, my goal was, okay, I want to be hitting 10K per month. Now that's easily done. I'm pretty much double, tripling that easily. But my goal at that time, before it, I'd say about 4 years ago or something, when I just left my body shop and everything. I was only doing like 500 quid a month or something like that for my own personal thing. But for me, 10K was crazy high, but that was a big goal and it pushed me, because the thing is that I'm sure you're aware of this, where people say, well, not people say, but if you have a big goal, even if you hit half of it, it's really good. So that's the way I would approach it. So whenever I speak to any of the bigger clients that I'm working with, their goals are crazy high, which is why they're getting so much more success. So what I would say to you is, if you're thinking about goals, set big goals. If you got a goal right now, double, triple it, because that means that you will stretch yourself. If you don't have big goals, you're just constantly in your own comfort zone. That's not going to get you the growth that you want. Everyone got aspirations. They all have dreams. They all want to be hitting like the 10K, 20K, 30K months. But if you just saying that I just want another 20 members or 50 members, it's not, you're not going to hit that goal quick enough. You need to actually put bigger goals. So that is a big one that I wanted to say. You need to get out your comfort zone. Don't just sit in there and just keep it small goals. Keep it really big. And this is one of the biggest traits I've seen, because some people who are like at 500 members, I've seen that they're like, their goals is like, I want to open 4 or 5 locations. I want to hit 2,000 members and stuff like this. It's a very big goal, but this is how you will, it's like shoot for the stars, but at least you'll reach to the moon. Is the kind of approach you want to take it. So that's one big thing that I even did. For me now, is my goal is 100K months. And, I've set that for the last 6 months, and I know I'm on path of it. We know that the team and I are really going to be hitting that. We can see the traction happening. So, but it's a huge goal. I know it will happen within the next six to 8 months. So, wanted to share that with you. Definitely have that. Setting big goals is a huge one. So let me know, what is your goal? Put your goals in the comment below. It'd be great for me to see what is it that you're trying to hit. What do you want within the next? I find that if you're trying to do goals, one big thing I found is trying to set a goal for 1 year ahead. I find that is quite far. For me, it's 90 days. I always say, okay, in 90 days, I want to hit this goal. In 90 days, I find that is a bit more achievable. Your goal is, if you think about it, like the way, this is another big thing that I learned from these guys is, and also seeing the clients doing, is that if you're saying you want to hit X amount, then take step backs and put milestones, because then you'll have a gauge as to where you're at and if you're hitting them steps or not. Because if you're not hitting them, like for me is, I don't know, 50K per month is my milestone at the moment, and we're not too far from hitting them. But basically, I know how many appointments I need to have, how many calls I need to have, how many basically you need to know all these metrics. I find that most people don't know these metrics at all. They just go, I want X amount of members, but okay, how many trials is that? How many how many leads do you need, how many leads of them convert into trials. All these steps you need to know these by heart, not just like a random number. So once you know it, at least you've got targets. So this is how you want to approach big goals, and then putting them backwards. It helps you massively. So next one, responsibility. This is huge. Most people don't take responsibility. They'll blame Facebook algorithm. They'll blame that their leads are crap. They'll blame that there's this and that. While in fact, I'm pretty sure most of the times it all comes down to us. It's the same with me. When I was first early on, I was blaming everything else, saying that, oh yeah, the leads are crap, it's not working, people have got no money, people don't know. But the thing is, you need to understand that, if someone has put their hand up for your offer, which is like 1 week free, whatever it is, they are interested. Is that, are you following up quick enough with them? Are you actually giving them something that they really want? Are you just, there's so many things, but it all comes down to us. That I find that most of these clients that are there, they're going, yeah, if something's gone to shit, they know that they need to fix it, because at the end of the day, it comes down to them. So big thing with responsibility. It's hard. I get it. And no, most people don't like to put blame on themselves. If they'll blame everyone else. I'm pretty sure these kind of people. I'm not saying this is you, but I'm saying I'm aware you will know a lot of people that will just moan about everything and just not say, and then they just won't blame themselves, because at the end of the day, it's ourselves that will push the needle. Again, comes down to mindset. These are all interlinked, but this is a very very good thing for you to know, like where sometimes like you are the problem and you are also the solution, which is a great saying that I heard earlier today, actually. So it is definitely write that one down if you're writing these down anyway. Now, I took this on quite heavily. I think about 2 years ago. For me personally, it was, actually during the body shop. I remember, this is part of the story that I don't really share out, but it's quite a touching one, really, for me, just because when you have a business, I'm sure you guys do. Well, you have, obviously, you won't be in this group if you don't. But it's not easy. I'm sure you'll all admit that it is very hard. But my body shop, it hit rock bottom once before it grew. And when it did, when you have bailiffs knocking at you and all this kind of stuff, it's when I had to literally look at myself and go, because I was blaming the council, I was blaming that I'm not getting good enough customers coming through. While in fact, it was me, because I just wasn't taking action. I joined a coaching program at that time and I just wasn't doing the stuff, and I was blaming that program and saying, yeah, that. But then I literally, when the bailiffs came, I just, it was not a nice time, what I'm trying to say. So what I'm saying, when you can sit back and look at yourself, and I'm sure all the problems you're having right now, anything it is probably more from you not taking responsibility, or you not taking action on the steps that you said you was going to do. Sometimes it's neither of them as well. Sometimes you just need to say, okay, I'm hitting these targets. I need to make sure that I keep at it, because we're all emotional beings. End of the day, we will have crappy days, good days and stuff like that. But as long as you know that you're hitting these targets, which is the thing that I was talking about with big goals, it all comes down to us. You're the one that needs to take action. No one else is going to change your life. No one else is going to do this stuff. So I know this is like touchy stuff that I'm touching on today, because normally I'm just giving content, but I think this is such an important thing that I'm sure you agree, is that understanding yourself and taking responsibility is a huge step. Once you do it, you'll get the success that you want. Now, point number 4, follow through. Huge one. Another, I keep saying huge one for all of them. These are all big, but one thing I've noticed that all of these clients, they once they get in, like if I take the TAP system, for example, it's set out in a systematic way. Each bit, like the first week itself gives you results straight away. But I find that certain people go through it in a lot of detail. And I mean, I'm not saying particularly with other courses, I've noticed this, not so much with the TAP system, because I'm kind of there guiding you along the way. But I'm sure that there's courses that you've bought that you haven't followed through? I've got loads of courses that I have that I've not gone through them all. But when I took responsibility and then actually thought, okay, which are my main courses that I need to make sure that I go through? I noticed I started getting results when I was following it exactly down to a T and actually following it through right to the end. So this is a big thing. We all start things and never finish. Unfortunately, this is quite a common thing that I've noticed. But the ones I've seen that are getting like huge results, they've gone through everything twice, 3 times, and they go through each step and they're going, okay, have I done this? Have I done this? Have I done this? And they'll go back to it again and again. So following through is a big one. Not skipping things, you know, following whatever the format is, whatever you're learning, you know, not, if it's not my stuff, it's just fine. You know, you can go and learn other things, but it's understanding that when you're going through, make sure you follow all the way to the end, because I've seen loads of people say, yeah, I started it, but I just never finished it. So you need to make sure that you do. That's a big one. So now I'm just looking down here because I've got some notes. Another one is, yeah, this is a thing that I'm sure you guys will agree is when you're in the coaching space, when you're, you know, especially like martial arts and fitness, I find that most of us are people pleasers. You know, we'll always say yes to things. We'll always say, you know, you always get distracted by these by saying yes to everything. And you've probably seen the phrase where there's, I think it was Richard Branson or someone like that, that says, say yes to every opportunity. I kind of agree with it and I kind of disagree as well, because you can't just say yes to everything because you'll never have time for the bits that make the most difference. So when you're following through with stuff, things that have helped me particularly is that I use my Google Calendar like very, very strictly, and I schedule times, I schedule things in there, and nothing else gets done. Like it's just, you know, with the setting them big goals, I have these little targets, and this is the same thing that all these successful clients are doing as well, is that they have something that they can keep them accountable, and this is what allows you to follow through as well. You know, Google Calendar for me is, I can't live without it now, and I don't know how I was doing stuff. I mean, it doesn't have to be Google, but any calendar. But being strict and scheduling out certain times so that no one else can bother you, like content creation should be one. You know, building systems in your business so that it can give you more time back. Most people don't spend time building systems. They will just go really randomly doing different things all day. And then by the end of the day, you find like, I haven't done anything. So, you know, when you can do it in and using calendars has helped me out massively. So that's a big one. And that's one thing that will help you to follow through if you find that you're not following through with stuff. So guys, let me know in the comments. There's quite a few on, is this helpful? Is this helping you? Any of this stuff, anything so far that I've said is actually been a little light bulb, maybe, hopefully let me know in the comments what, which one, if you kind of already all know this, are you doing all of them? Because most of the times I'll find that a lot of people, I'll say this stuff to people. This was even with me. I'd be like, yeah, I've heard of it, but we don't actually do it, which is different. They're two different things. Knowing and doing is two different things. So this will help you massively. Now, coming to the 5th point, this all ties everything in. This is the biggest one, I believe, that gets results for people, especially the ones that are in the TAP system as well. Is it being quick to take action. Now, this is something that I know in the post I related that this is quite going to be mindset, and how the way it ties into marketing and leads is this point. Quick to take action. Now, one of the big things that when you join the TAP system is this: you need to test quickly to get results quickly. You know, there's certain areas I found in the UK, US, and like certain places that I've worked with, even in Canada as well, is that not every location area is the same. You need to test quick and take action quickly, because you'll find that certain ads will work in certain areas and won't work in the other area. But when you can learn like how to set up ads quickly and how to test it very quickly, you'll get data back, and this will allow you to tweak it and then make more adjustments and everything to it. And this is how you get results quickly. And this is probably one of the biggest things that you'll see. All these crazy results that my clients are getting, like, you know, 200-300 leads. I read some of the stuff on the ads. Like people slate me quite a lot for, but it's like they just won't believe it. But the reason is not that you don't get this straight away. You know, most of these people have had to tweak things, and then eventually it works. But you know, it's the tap system shortens the gap massively. You'll get there a lot quicker. But the thing is that the way to do it is, if you're trying this on your own, I would say that, look, don't be afraid to put money on ads. This is one big one that I find if people are scared. Don't think of it as an expense, as an investment in your business, because you're finding out what stuff what stuff works in your area, what stuff doesn't. Once you find that winning combination, that's where you can scale it and get massive results very quickly. So be quick to take action. That's a big one. This goes along with everything. You know, if you're part of a program already, if you're doing something, make sure that you're taking action quickly and not leaving it in the back burner. You know, schedule it in, try getting it in. Most people will binge watch a lot of things. I do this as well. But the thing is, they won't take action quickly on it. They'll just try to watch the whole program, and just by the end of it, they'll just feel like they've done it. But in your mind, you haven't took the steps, so you won't get the results. So like success is speed. Basically, if you can be quick at something, you will get that success you want. I find that is a big thing that when my mentor said, is that, you know, it's money like speed. You know, people don't like to talk money. Money is not any root of evil or anything. It gives you just better things in life. You know, but what I found is that if you want more money in life, you want more members, whatever you want to call it, it's all about speed. The quicker you can test, quicker you can get in front of people, quicker you can make more offers, the more results you're going to get. So this fifth one, I'm hoping will resonate with a lot of you. Don't just be quick at taking action. That's what I'm trying to say. So now an example for this, I would also say is, yes. So this is a great one, actually. Steve joined the tap system. I think it's about less than a month ago, very quick implementer. It's like really good to see, like the way he is. He did skip around a little bit, but it still did it, everything. And yeah, he's getting massive results. But the thing is that he followed it and he took action quickly. You know, like one of the first things that you have to do is the questionnaire. You know, there's, you know, understanding your customer research is a very important step. You know, doing that and then taking action quickly will just get you results quickly. So I see people get scared of doing Facebook ads. So they're like, okay, they don't want to lose money here and there, but it's not that. You know, if you have a good coach who can guide you through it, you will not lose money. You'll actually save money if you can go down that route. But I've found that Facebook ads is just I don't know how to describe it. I wouldn't like to word the cheapest, but it is probably the best form of marketing I've found for martial arts schools. Of course, there are others. I'm not saying they don't work, but for what I found that gets you the results the quickest, it definitely Facebook ads, and then having a follow-up system behind it. So anyway, started talking my system, but anyway, so fifth one, take action. So hopefully you found this useful, guys. I've seen a few come up. Oh, let me see. So if you've got any questions, feel free. This can also be a Q&A. It's not just me talking to you all the time. So yes, good, helpful reminders, brilliant. Yeah, sometimes it's like, as I said at the start, you will know some of this stuff or most of it, but sometimes we forget things very easily. We'll just get into the rut of the business, and you just kind of sometimes you just need to be reminded with these kind of stuff, really. So another one here, unfortunately it doesn't show your name, so I can't really say it. So setting bigger goals this is really big, but it is this is one of the biggest things that I've noticed most of these clients that I've worked with, and just to give you an idea, I've worked with over 200 of these, you know, so martial arts schools especially. The ones I've found is that their goals are crazy high, and which is good, which is what you should be doing. Is not don't limit yourself. You know, otherwise you won't reach where you want to get to. So bigger goals is a huge one. Any others, guys? What else has resonated for you? Like just a quick recap for you, if you're just joining in. Firstly, welcome. If you're watching this as replay, drop hashtag replay. It's always good for me to know that you've enjoyed this and you're actually, this makes sense. So first one was mindset. Understand your mind. Meditate is helps me massively. If you don't like meditating, then figure a way where you can actually just quieten your mind and not constantly thinking about stuff. Just relax more, basically. Setting big goals. Second one, make sure you set big goals, but also put milestones for you to get to that goal. It's not just about saying, yeah, I want 10K per month. But if you don't have milestones, as depending where you're at, then it's hard for you to reach so far. Responsibility. I think I've spelled that wrong, haven't I? I have, yes, just noticed. Anyway, but you know what I mean. So responsibility is a big one. Yeah, that's my fault there. So you're taking responsibility for things. Follow through. Make sure that you are following through with whatever you're doing. Don't just do half-ass stuff here and there. This is big one I've noticed is the ones that follow through the whole program are the ones that are getting the most success with everything. Quick to take action. Don't just sit on it. There's loads of content, like all this content stuff. You've seen that I've even shared some of these videos that I've been sending to people in Messenger, and I don't mean like calling people out or something. Kind of am it, to be fair, but majority of them, I'd say about 80% of people that I follow back on and say, look, have you watched it? They haven't, and then they're wondering why they're not getting any results. So be quick. If someone sends you content, then watch it. Take time, because there's obviously something in there that's going to help you. I don't mean just particularly with me, but with anyone. So that's a big one. Cool. Now, finally, I just want to say, just to let you know, if you're interested in the tap system and the day, this is the kind of stuff we go into. You get guided through everything. You get to see a system, you get to learn it, implement it quickly. You get to know exactly what goals to be hitting and stuff. So comment I'm in if you're interested. Just to let you guys know that there's a price increase next week. You'll see loads of posts about this. This is not fake scarcity stuff. I'm not one of them people. So if you're interested and been thinking and you've been on the fence about it, I'd suggest you get in now and just comment I'm in. I'll reach out. It's no sales call. Don't worry. We literally will just chat and see if this is even a good fit for you as well. But hope you enjoyed this, guys. 5 traits of a successful client. Let's see what else is. Yeah, Barry, definitely. I'm going to try meditating. Yes, good one. I find if you search guided meditations it's a good place to start. There's I look on YouTube. There's loads on there. There's quite a few people that you can follow. I mean, I know people use Headspace quite a lot. That's a great app. That I think that it's a great beginner place. That's where I started as well. Yeah, I'd say try Headspace if you've not come across that. That's quite a good place to start. And then I just find guided meditation. Deepak Chopra is a great person to follow if you're into all this kind of stuff. He's got loads on YouTube. So YouTube is a great friend for this kind of stuff. So cool, guys. Well, that pretty much brings this week's live session. I look forward to catching you next week. And I hope you found this useful. And this I wanted to cover like mindset stuff because it is huge. It's the bit that allows you to take action. Not allows you, makes you take action and get you the results. It's not just about the secret strategy or the secret tactic. Sometimes it is literally you probably already know what to do. You're just not taking the action. Or you just don't believe in yourself, or you just don't believe another program or something can help you. It's just like find someone that can help you and guide you through it, because entrepreneurship, business is not easy. If someone says it's easy, they've not done it properly. Basically, they just learn some course and just try and teach you that way. But find someone that you're trying to model. It doesn't have to be me. I'm not trying to say that. Find someone in your space. Find another school owner maybe that reach out to them, and people love to help each other. I'm sure you agree with this. So anyway, I'm going to ramble on, but Have a great week, everyone. Hope you have a brilliant weekend, and I will catch you all next week. And if you're interested with the tap system, comment I'm in below. Either myself or Barry will reach out to you. So till then, take care, everyone. Have a great weekend and speak to you soon.